So what do you got to lose? There's nothing to lose. We have nothing to lose. And then I want you to be here now while you're writing and while you're getting this organized, and let time then move through you. Let time pass through you. And then Blanche was, okay, Stanley broke Blanche in the end, broke her. I mean, he made her look at herself, but he broke her. Get your paper out and your pen and write down a few things that really had a lot to do with your life. It's just a matter of where. It's a matter of where our spirits are going to be, right? He goes, remember Big Daddy? And so Paul Newman's character goes, so what makes Big Daddy so big? Is it his big money? His big belly? His big... Hey, y'all. It's coffee again. I don't have anything planned today. I wasn't even going to do a video, but I thought, I feel like talking to somebody, so I'm going to talk to you, okay? And I made you coffee. It really is full, and it's still very hot. So here's mine, and cheers. You know, happy, I don't like that word Black Friday. That's weird. But happy Black Friday, you know. It's a tradition, I guess. Well, today what I was going to do before I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and chit-chat with you and talk about what I'm going to do while I do it. Does that make sense? Let me get a different color going on. Back here, let me show you. Back here, I had those fairy lights that I bought. They're really different. It's like they're brighter than the other ones, which I don't really like. I like a more subtle color. But what color should we go with? Let's go with pink. There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's a pink morning, huh? Put this back down. There we go. Well, what I was going to do before I decided to get to connect with you is I was going to start organizing things. You know, the thought of the day for me today is that, you know, the whole world is open to us. I mean, I think the only limitations in most respects is the fact that we put those limitations on ourselves. And with the chains that bind us up and hold us in one position, that we literally do. I know you've heard this saying, but we hold the key to it. Well, it just feels like, some chains have been broken off, and I feel like I want to just kind of tighten things up and organize things. I've got my trusty clipboard. I bought this clipboard at Walmart. I don't know where this came from. This is some kind of a sticker I had. But I bought this, and it is a perfect size for the larger index cards. So I really like this. And it's not a great big clipboard, although I do have one for art. But it makes it so much easier. I can put it in my drawer. And yeah, what I want to do is tighten up my schedule. And, for a lot of things going on in my life, just kind of tighten it up and say, well, for a while, I'd like to stick to a schedule. I do that. I wonder if you do. Let me know how you deal with routines and, your life, what you do here, this point, and what you're going to do today and tomorrow, or what point of day, what do I do at noon? They say that 75% of our lives are moved in a routine. We have routines, like we get up, we drink water, we go to the bathroom, then we make coffee, and our whole that's a large part of our lives, is that it's through routines. So sometimes it's good to maybe switch up the routines a little bit and kind of start new, kind of start fresh, kind of start with a new reset in your life. I did get out. I thought, well, I'm going to do a video. I should do something with my hair maybe. So hopefully I'll shake out my towels. There we go. Yeah, just kind of give it so I don't look like I just woke up, right? There we go. How's it look? Okay. And then I park my earrings over here. I'll put my earrings in. You can see me get ready. Okay, so yesterday was Thanksgiving, right? Okay. Hold on. I put the post in here. There we go. Little loops. Yeah, these are my go-tos, but I don't wear these at night. So these are just simple loops. No big whoop. No big whoop. Okay. So how do I look, eh? Okay. Yeah, let's just spend a little time. If you enjoy it, if you don't, you can see, well, she's not really gonna, but I am gonna talk about important things, so don't go anywhere, okay? You just stay right there. You're here, just stay. No, good boy, no. Wacky in the morning, yeah. I made this myself, yes. Well, I do think so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a routine for my workout program. The world is open. Yes. I've got, there's like 3 parks I go to. I kind of rotate them. And, you know, I can do certain things at certain parks. They have these qualities that makes it easier maybe to be on a picnic table, cement, and I can stretch here. I've got the gym and I've got my walking down at my parks. So I want to kind of make a schedule, right? And then New Year's coming, so I'm always in the mode like, oh, let's get things tightened up here. You know, we got a new year coming. We got new things to think about, yeah. But the world is definitely open. And for me, and I know it is for you, it's really a matter of attitude. With New Year coming, I'll probably be talking about this a little bit more, but seriously, there are new things. It really is attitude of how we look at the world, how we look at our lives, how we look at what's open to us, and the possibilities. So the possibilities are endless, really. I mean, for most of us, they're endless. And even if we were I was thinking, well, maybe we're disabled and we can't, you know, I'm out walking around and my knee does feel a lot better. I mean, I'm still going to baby it a little bit, but it does feel a little bit better, or a lot better. So thank you. And your prayers, I asked for prayers, and I'm sure your prayers did it. Yeah. So thank you. And, you know, but if you were disabled, of course, you know, you're thinking, well, I can't go anywhere. You know, what possibilities are it for me? Well, you can go places, and you can go places in your mind. Have you ever thought about possibly, this is for all of you, have you thought about writing a book? If you are really more of an contained system, where you can't move around as much. Excuse me again. You can go places in your mind. I believe you can develop your imagination. I have a huge imagination, but I'm sure you can develop that. You know, what about some stories if you're older? What about some stories in your life? I will say, Tennessee Williams, was that saying Tennessee Williams, the writer? I hope I got that right, because I didn't look that up. This is improv. If not, I'll put it on the screen maybe. You can let me know, Tennessee Williams. But a lot of his books and his stories took place in like just a 24-hour period. For example, didn't he write Cat on a Hot Tin Roof? I mean, that took place in like, let me look this up while I'm here, because I don't like to misspeak. So, I really don't. I have to get on. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, it's not going to come up. Gosh darn it. Well, okay. Well, let's just say Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Remember the movie? That story took place in less than 24 hours. But what they did was in the storyline, they went back and forth. They told the story in a way that you knew the full story of what was going on with that family and then all those characters. And there were a lot of characters, and it really went into their characters. I love the line of he goes, remember Big Daddy? And so Paul Newman's character goes, so what makes Big Daddy so big? Is it his big money? His big belly? His big I love that line. That was so good. What makes Big Daddy so big? Yeah. And Elizabeth Taylor did such a good job. They all did such a good job. But I always found his writing, and of course then they made it into a movie. If I am correct that it was Tennessee Williams that wrote that. If not, forgive me, okay? Because I don't have internet on here. Yeah, there's nothing that can help me out. Maybe, oh well. Anyways. Yeah. And then what was another one that was almost like it was just in the Glass Menagerie. Remember that one? I do believe that was Tennessee Williams again. I do believe. That was in, the whole story was, I think it was only like a period of like, he came home, the son came home and he was working, and he said that he had a friend coming over. And then I don't think it didn't end until like later that night. So that was like 12 hours maybe. But the whole story, and it was riveting. The whole story is great on characterization, but the whole story was just in like a 12, 16 hour period. But the thing is that the story line went on. It went on. To their lives, so you knew the full story of who those people were. But in that time period, nothing really happened, but a lot happened. Do you remember the movie? Katharine Hepburn was in that, and a really good movie. So back to the writing. How many things have happened in your life that you can write about? Pick one. Get your paper out and your pen and write down a few things that really had a lot to do with your life, that changed your life. Because in those are Cat on the Hot Tin Roof and the Glass Menagerie, and there's so many more, but those two really come to my mind. That was in such a short time frame. The whole story took place in very small time, that you could say, wow, I could write about that. But in those stories, they were life-changing. They had the paradigm shift, the aha moment, in the stories lines. Yeah. And there was like a climax. It climaxed up to like, they had to look in the mirror. They had to see. You have to look in the mirror and you have to see who you are and who they are, and how they're affecting your life, and how they're either helping you to see something or they're eating you alive. And then you have to see how that's happening. And yeah. I mean, another one that I think Tennessee Williams wrote, was A Streetcar Named Desire. Brandon, okay, and then Vivian Lee, right. So, what a good movie. But wow, boy, whoa, did they have to see who they really were. Wow, such characterization. But do you know people in your life? Do you know those instances that changed you? Or let me say, that broke you? Those instances that broke, or that you broke somebody because what was his name? Come on, what was his name? The guy, sometimes names just like, whoo, goes over my head. But the character, the male character, wow, I mean, he broke her. Oh my gosh, he certainly did. Do I have internet yet? No. Oh, I am on internet. I'll log in. Let me see. Oh, connect to Wi-Fi, sure. Stanley. And then his wife was Stella. And then Blanche. Blanche was, okay. Stanley broke Blanche. In the end, broke her. I mean, he made her look at herself, but he broke her. He was so cruel about it, and he broke her. Oh my gosh. So, do you have things in your past? Now, I'm talking to you who have ever thought about writing, and you can do it. We all can do it. We know words. We have vocabulary. We can write. Even if it doesn't become a popular, New York bestseller. Oh, hey. But you did it, and you wrote down, and you might actually discover things about yourself, right? Yeah. I mean, the worst case scenario is all you did was you learned something about yourself, and that's a good scenario. The best scenario is I'll make a movie out of your book. Because if we're older, and even if we're not, we have so much experience under our belt. What about those weird family instances? I've got a few that I could probably put into I just had an idea. Wow. That happened in such a short time period. Just a day, but during that day, during the description and the writing and the characterization of everybody, that by the time you were done with that time period, you would know most things about each of the players, because of you can make the conversation, and then you can talk, and then you can have conversation between two people. Am I like a writing professor right now? Well, I have had quite a few writing classes, college, college level. So, okay, yeah. But what do you want to do? You know what? The world is open to you. It rhymes. What do you want to do? The world is open to you. Yeah, break the chains. Take that key. Say, oh, here we go. Here's that key. Oh, I found it. There's the key. Yes, break the chains. Break the chains. Sometimes people help you break the chains. They help you find the key, and you go, excuse me. Well, I've had the key all the time. Why was I in chains? No. Yeah. Sometimes people can try to break you. Sometimes people can try to hang on. Break free and go live your life. Even if you're in a wheelchair, even if you're just sitting down a lot, turn off the TV. If you're in a house, turn off the TV. Get your pad and your pen and start writing. Start writing things down. What do you want to do? And you say, well, maybe I do want to write. Maybe you just want to. Here's what you do. I implore all of you to do this. Write a short story. Do it this week. Write a short story. Let me know what you think. And start writing down some instances in your life that you would like to write about. Something something happy that happened, or something so bizarre that you were information you were going to take to your grave. Write it down. Why not? I mean, what do we got to lose? I said yesterday, we're all above ground. We aren't always going to be above ground, are we? No, we're not. I mean, some of us might be up in the air, floating around with the angels, right? Some of us might not. Some of us might be left down here. Some of us will be above ground or below ground. But I guarantee you, we're going to be someplace. We're going to be somewhere. Some of people think, well, when you die, you just die. I'm not of that persuasion. I think that our spirit lives on forever. It's just a matter of where. It's a matter of where our spirits are going to be, right? They could be asleep. They could be unmentionable. They could be up. They could be, yeah. So what do you got to lose? There's nothing to lose. We have nothing to lose. I mean, don't lose your soul, But maybe there's some things you would like to bring out. Bring it out. Bring it out. Well, I had no idea I was going in this direction. And I'm quite serious. Sometimes I think, well, maybe that's why you guys like to watch me every day. We're just talking. Well, I'm doing the talking, okay? But I'm sort of directing the direction. I'm directing the direction. I'm the director. I'm the commander. That's my personality type. Of all 16, I was the commander. And what does that mean? It means, well, I am an organizer. And I have the ability and it's one of my assets. I have the ability to know who's good for what. And okay, well, you do this. I can see something that needs to be done, and I can say, you'd be good for this. Can you do this? Why don't you do this over here? And I'll do this over here. Oh, and I think you would be good for this, but this does need to be done, and then we can get it done quicker. I will tell a story. I know. Last night, let's talk Thanksgiving. It's Black Friday, so let's do a story on Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll write a short story about this, but I'll tell it to you. Here's my short story. Well, last night there was a whole lot of cooking going on, a whole lot of dirty dishes. Well, when I cooked and I was in the kitchen, in my kitchen, what I did was, and I did something. I was the commander in my own kitchen, so everything went very smooth. Okay. Well, when one thing was done, then I went over and I had water and I would do the dishes and I would get it put away because, I wasn't wealthy and I didn't have like all this counter space, right? With a little, little thing island in the middle, no, I had only so much counter space. So I would work that way. Well, there was dishes just everywhere. It was really hard to even carve the turkey for my daughter, right? Well, I just knew that we all wanted to be together and we did have a good time. Yeah. Everybody it was fun. We all kind of had our laughs and we talked about, funny stuff. And we shared, I shared with my son, Nate Bargatze, okay, cause he'd never heard of him. Oh my gosh, so we shared him and we all had laughs, and then they shared with me. We're a family that likes to laugh a lot. We love comedians. Oh my gosh. And we love to quote movies. We're movie quoters, and we'll quote a movie the way I do with you, quote a movie. Well, at the end, there was just pans upon pans upon pans, dishes upon dishes, although there were paper plates. Silverware, all kinds of utensils. Yeah. So I took it upon myself. I said, hey, will you allow me to do this? And they're like, well, yeah. And I said, because I'm going to whip this kitchen up. I'm going to whip it up into shape. And I did. Even when she was done, like with the potatoes, she just set the pan aside, and I thought, oh no. That pan sits there while we're eating. It's going to become part of the pan, those potatoes. So what I did, I'm like looking around going, okay, we need to get water in that pan so it can at least set there with some water in it, And so I was even preparing for it because I knew I wanted to do this. Oh man, I mean, my daughter was just like, they were amazed. They were just like, whoa. And then I said, oh, and they go, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're this far down. So then one of them stepped in and started drying some of the dishes as they were, but I had a system. I'll tell you, that whole kitchen was done 20 minutes. And we're talking major pans. We're talking all kinds of side dishes. So there's where I can see something and I know that this is what has to happen. And I do it. And I sort of invite people in. I'm sort of like the Tom Sawyer painting that fence. I made it look like so much fun other people wanted to jump into. I know. Okay, well, okay, so you have your assignments. Everybody got them? You got your assignments, right? Okay, I want you to turn off the TV. Okay, number 1. See, I'm even good at, let's do number 1. Now, if you need to, you can go back over and watch his video again. And then you'll get some inspiration on Tennessee Williams. Characterization. Right? Okay, so, and I want you to get some paper or get a notebook. And I want you to start writing down some events in your life. Just that you can just label them, like name them something. You don't have to tell them. If anybody finds a notebook and it's something you don't want to share, well, that way you didn't really share anything. You can keep little codes, right? And write those down. And then I want you to say, well, let's go even further. What do I want to get done next year? And you can start thinking about your future. The next year. You don't have to go too far. Because I want you to be here now. I don't want you to always be in the future. And I certainly don't. And then so what I'm asking you to do, ooh, I just saw that. I'm asking you to go back there and pull up some past experiences. Write them down and then get out. Shut the door. And then I want you to go to the future. And I want you to think about that. And then what I want you to do is come back to now. What I want you to do is not think about all those things. And then I want you to be here now while you're writing and while you're getting this organized, and let time then move through you. Let time pass through you. Don't be chasing it and don't be running back there after what's already been. Then I want you to let time pass. Just stand there, do what you're doing, and let it pass through you. Make sense? Okay, go forth. This is your assignment. I want you to let me know what you think. Let's all become, let's be our best selves. Let's live our best lives, everybody. Break free from anything that's been holding you back. And let's move forward. Let's do it. And we can do it together. Why not? Why not? As my granddaughter would say, why not? I know. So, I love you guys. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And something, I did get some analytics. Not many of you are sharing my videos. And there's where the fingers really go out and people discover me. If you share it on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, or with your family member or your friends, please, I will start mentioning this. Please share these videos. If you find them inspiring. If you don't, why would you? But if you do, then please share. This is where the fingers can really go out and people can find me just a little bit easier. So, and I'm going to the storage today. I've got a few orders for the sunglasses. You really want those sunglasses. So, and they're good winter. They protect your eyes. And as we get older, they say that it protects us from glaucoma if we start wearing sunglasses, because that sun really is beating down on our corneas and everything. So let's become writers. Attitude. We are writers. We are authors, okay? Go there and go do it. I love you guys. Bye.